What up, y'all? Texas Roots and Fruits. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I got another taste video for you guys. I ordered some mangoes and I picked up some stuff from the store as well because they actually had some, I guess, more unique fruit at my local store. So I picked up a couple things from there. The first thing I picked up was from Sleepy Lizard at guacfarms.com. He does sells mangoes and avocados. I think he's selling mangoes right now. I think his avocados, from what I saw in the video, is a little bit behind, or at least I think the Donnies. I'm not sure all of them, but I think he said he's a little delayed on the avocados. But yeah, if you guys are looking for traditional mangoes, go to guapfarms.com. He doesn't have a lot of the, like, at least for sale, a lot of the specialty high-end mangoes that you may see, like coconut cream or cotton candy or P22 or M4, all that stuff. But he has more of the classic mangoes. So I actually didn't know that when I first bought them from him. It was it just said variety box and you don't get to choose or anything like that. So he was one of the first ones I saw that had some for sale, some mangoes. So I wanted to at least get some because I don't have any myself. So yeah, the first one he shipped was a Van Dyke. So you can see it's a little bit discolored here, but as you guys have probably seen his videos, discoloration doesn't mean anything. It just makes it doesn't look pretty. But I kind of let this one get a little bit more ripe than I wanted to because I was waiting for this one to get more ripe. It's still not quite as ready as I wanted it, but it is what it is. I need to make the video because the rest of them are ready to roll. So this is a Van Dyke, more of a smaller mango compared to like this one. You can see the difference here. I've never tried a Van Dyke, so still excited, even though it's more of a classic mango. I'm excited to try this one. This one is just a Tommy, so Tommy Atkins. I'm pretty sure he didn't label these. This one is a Hayden. This one's a Tommy. They looked very similar, but from his descriptions, definitely the Van Dyke is the small one. And from my understanding and pictures I saw, the Tommy, which this does look like a store-bought one, is more of the red and green, and then the Hayden turns more of like yellows, which this one is turning yellows. So I think I got it right. But yeah, Tommy's is just a standard mango, mostly in the stores. This is the one you're gonna see. Still excited to try it though, because I want to see if there's any difference, from the store-bought ones, which I'm sure that this one's definitely better than just getting the store-bought ones. So still excited to try that, even though I've tried that. And like I said, this is the Hayden. And I've never tried a Hayden either, so as you see, it's still got some black stuff, but it don't matter. So excited to try that. I got this from the store. This is they call it a cherry mango. It's from Mexico. I'm sure it has different names, but this one's a little bit overripe. I got from the store. All of them were super, super ripe, and I literally bought this yesterday. And I got some baby atufos, I think that's how you say it, mangoes, and then some star fruits. So I literally bought these yesterday too, and they're already starting to brown. So that's why I had to do this video. I've never had star fruit or the atufos either. So first one we're gonna try is the Van Dyke. So let's give that, actually, well, I don't need a spoon. So let's give this one a shot. I need to cut a little bit more. There we go. I got a little bit of the seed in it, but all right, so this is the Van Dyke. Like I said, these aren't crazy. This is kind of more your classic mangoes, but let's give it a shot here. Yeah, I mean, solid mango. If you guys are looking for something you like that solid taste or that traditional taste, definitely very similar. Only thing I can compare it to, because I haven't had too many yet, is like the ones in the store. Even though this one is better, I would say definitely still a solid mango to go to. Definitely there's better ones out there, and I'm working on getting some. I finally found some coconut creams for sale, and a couple other, like, I want to try Nam Doc Mai. What else was there? Maha Chinook, and a few others that I'm going to try. I'm going to order some and get those in, but let's keep it rolling here. Let's have one more bite of this Van Dyke. Definitely plenty ripe. If you guys don't know, I'm sure there's different strategies for making sure when your mango's right, but you just want to make sure it's soft and kind of squishy around, evenly around the whole mango. That's kind of what I do, and I'm sure most people do. There's obviously strategies for, leaving them on a tree ripening, or picking them off, letting them ripen. It depends on the mango a lot of times too. So this one is the Hayden. So let's go ahead and try that. See, look at black spots inside. It's fine. So just because it looks ugly doesn't mean it's bad. All right, so this is the, what did I say? The Hayden. Let's give it a shot. Okay, definitely different. Definitely different than the Van Dyke. I don't know if it's a ripening difference or not. This one, the Van Dyke, seems a little bit more firm to me, a little sweeter, honestly, than the Hayden, in my opinion. This one's okay, honestly. I don't know if it's because they had a lot of rain or how that works, but I've heard this one was kind of watery to me. It doesn't have a ton of flavor. It maybe if it got overwatered, I know a lot of times they say when in the final stages of the fruiting, you don't really you're hoping that it doesn't rain, and you don't want to give your tree really any water because you want it all that sugar to really build up in the mangoes. And that's kind of what this one tastes to me, a little watery. It still has that classic mango flavor, but it's very subtle. And it's definitely, so far, the Van Dyke, the small one, has way better flavor than this one. Yeah. It's still good. I mean, it's, if it's your only choice, I would still, recommend it. Obviously, a mango's a mango, but you can definitely taste the flavor difference in that one. Okay, and then this one is just the Tommy. Very standard mango, but I just want to see if there's any difference from these ones that he grows, Sleepy Lizard or guacfarms.com, compared to the store-bought. So let's see. So Tommy Atkins. Yeah, I am. Van Dyke, out of these three classics, is by far the best. That one tastes like a Tommy. Kind of, I feel like it has a little bit of fiber to me. I don't know if they're supposed to be fiberless or they have a little fiber. Way better. The Tommy was way better than the Hayden, in my opinion. But again, just a more classic flavor. But the flavor of the Van Dyke has the strongest mango flavor, and definitely best tasting. To me, sometimes Tommy Atkins kind of have like a, I don't know how else to describe it besides like a piney flavor. There's always like a little subtle hint of that, I think. But overall, Van Dyke so far. And lastly, this one is the cherry mango. This one is definitely a little ripe, but this one's from Mexico. I got it at the store. I didn't get this from anybody online. So let's see this one. Okay, definitely more yellow than orange. Like if you look at the difference of color. That was the Van Dyke on the right. That's the Hayden, and then this is the Tommy. So a little bit more yellow than the ones from Sleepy Lizard. So again, this is what they call a cherry mango. I don't know if that's the official name, but cherry mango. Ooh, this one is good. Wow. Um, Even though it says cherry, I mean, my palate may not be completely professional like some of these guys, but I don't know if that's supposed to be because the taste has hints of cherry. Not sure. I don't think it really has hints of cherry, but it has a strong. It's the most sweetest and strongest one I've actually had, surprisingly, from the store. But these are like specialty mangoes. They usually don't have these at the store. They're literally selling them like, I mean, mangoes you always get per like one, but It was just like in a little red sack. So they're not always here. They must have just been able to get a shipment. Very sweet. Juicy, the juiciest one, the sweetest one. Maybe a little sour. I don't want to say what's sour. Like, yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't want to say sour in a bad way because it's not a bad way, but just gets your tongue that little zip to it. But it's still really good. Super. The way I explain the flavor is still more of a traditional type of flavor, but kind of has that kick on the end, that little sourness, like I'm trying to explain. But the mango flavor is crazy. This one's really good. It's like if you're drinking like a mango smoothie almost. And yeah, I would say honestly, like a very powerful mango smoothie. That's kind of how I would describe that one. So if you guys ever see the cherry mango, I would definitely recommend that one. That one so far now is my number one as far as flavor. Van Dyke number 2. Okay, and then we have the baby Atufo mangoes. They have full size. This is also a pretty common store-bought mango. I never saw the baby ones, so I just got the baby ones to see if there's any kind of difference. They also had green ones, green mangoes. I know a lot of people eat green mangoes, baby green ones. I should have bought them, but I had too much fruit. I have to eat all this stuff before it goes bad, and I'm really the only one that eats it. But they had green mangoes, and they also had a jackfruit in the store, which it was. I mean, obviously jackfruits are big. It didn't have a price on it. I thought about buying it, but again, those things aren't cheap. I can only imagine that it was pretty expensive, and I just knew that there's no way I was going to be able to eat all of that. So I probably should have bought it though, because I probably will never see it again, or at least for a long time. But I'm curious to know like what the seed in here looks like. So I'm just going to cut it like regular mango here and kind of see what's going on. Let's cut it in half. I just want to see like, oh yeah, okay, there's still a seed in there. Wonder how big it is. I'll have to try to cut around it. All right, I could just eat this one like this. All right, so let's try the baby. Those are good too, honestly. That's solid for a little baby mango. I mean, obviously you gotta eat a bunch of them to get full, but honestly, between the taste, I hate to say this, it kills me, but the store-bought cherry mango and the baby Atufo mango, which these are standard, honestly. A lot of people like these mangoes, the big ones, but are my favorite flavors. And I don't think it's because I mean, I'm not by any means the most renowned mango taster, but this one's very sweet, very juicy. So this one has a little bit of the sour, but still sweet. It's like sweet on the front end, sour on the back end a little bit. This one's just full sweet, like freaking candy. It has a hint of that, I call it the little piney taste that I taste. But very good. I really like that one, those little baby ones. I'm gonna have to start buying those, or the Atufo mangoes if I have nothing else to choose from in the store, because that was actually good. Way better than the Tommy. Tommy's in the store are usually horrible. So I do give the Sleepy Lizard Tommy a 1-up on the store-bought ones. And Starfruit, I don't know what kind of variety this is. I've never had one. I heard you just kind of cut them in small pieces and kind of just eat them like that. So I'm going to cut a couple and give it a shot and see how they are. Okay. So if you guys never had a Starfruit, it has the consistency of an apple, the little crunch to it. This one, it's okay. It has, like, the first bite is really sweet, but then it loses flavor pretty fast. It's kind of like one of those apples you bite into, that initial burst, and then it just runs out and it kind of tastes like you're chewing like freaking dry cardboard or something. It's okay. Like I said, I didn't know how to pick them. I don't know if I could have picked the wrong ones. Not very well versed in the star fruit world. Florally too. It's like a florally apple. Only way I could put it. Not my favorite. It's okay. Like it's edible, you know. And if you like something that's not crazy sweet, maybe you'll like it, and that crisp of an apple, and you can eat the whole thing. So you don't have to worry about. There's little seeds in there, but you can just swallow those. They're teeny tiny. But yeah. So just to recap, we're gonna go cherry mango #1, the Van Dyke #2. Actually, no. We're gonna go the, man, I don't know. These are tough. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm gonna go Van Dyke #1 just because it's more unique than the Altufo. The Altufo #2, Van Dyke #3. I'm gonna have to say the Tommy #4 and the Hayden #5. So from my most favorite to least favorite, the Hayden was just very, very watery, in my opinion. So I hope you guys like this video. I'm gonna have some more interesting fruit. They're just like, I saw somebody selling coconut cream, and it's like freaking $100 for whatever it is, 4 mangoes or some crap like that. So obviously the more expensive ones aren't cheap. It doesn't matter. I don't mind buying them. It's just they're harder to find, and you know, they sell out quick. But I found a couple other websites that once I do the taste reviews, I'll let you guys know where I get them from. Like I said, the 3 that I got were from guacfarms.com. I don't want to make it sound like they're bad mangoes. They're still good mangoes. I just know there's better ones out there that I even haven't tried. And, you know, if you want that traditional mango, go to guacfarms.com and show them some love and get some there. But yeah, that's it, guys. Look for some more videos coming out in my backyard, and then I'll have some more tasting videos in the future with some more unique fruit and more high-end mangoes. So you guys have a good weekend, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Texas Roots and Fruits out.